final sophomore comes to us from Costanza, Dominican Republic. She has delivered an outstanding sophomore season, averaging a double-double with over 13 points and nearly 12 rebounds per game, establishing herself as one of Monroe's most impactful players. Please welcome number 31, Hillary De Los Santos. We now ask all the parents and family of the players to please step back onto the court for the big group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for a tremendous round of applause for the Monroe University Women's Basketball Sophomore Class of 2026. Thank you, ladies, for your leadership, commitment, and for proudly representing Monroe University both on and off the court.
live from the MAC. It is time for Sophomore Day Special here on the Mustangs YouTube channel. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Smith here on the call with you for this Sophomore Day basketball doubleheader, and the final Sophomore Day at that for basketball, because of how next year we will start the transition from JUCO to NCAA Division II. We're taking a look at where things stand right now. First, we start off here at high noon with the women taking on CCBC-Essex. These two teams have already faced each other once very early in the season, back on November 6th at Essex, who beat the Mustangs 94-76. In a rather very decisive matchup. And with that, folks, turn down courtside to Daniel Weiss on the public address for today's opening ceremonies. And that was Daniel Weiss, ladies and gentlemen, with the opening ceremonies. Ben Smith here on the call with you for this Saturday afternoon doubleheader of Sophomore Day Special here from the MAC. So we're getting set for the Mustangs to try and see if for the women's side, try and see if they can get some revenge against Essex. Well, like I said, lost to Essex at their home turf, 94-76, back on November 6th. In that contest, Hilary de los Santos put up 12 points and 13 rebounds for a double-double. And Angie Tirado had 12 points in that game, on 5 rebounds. And then Kaylin Lilly had 18 points off the bench. But for Essex side of things, Tyler Washington, 21 points, whopping score. Regan Robinson, 11 points. And nobody only had 4 points, but Azaria Whiting had 13 rebounds in that game. And then off the bench, Elisa Ortiz with 14 points. And Mackenzie Nelson, 22 points off the bench, which is an astounding tally. But since then, it's been red hot for women's basketball. 14-game winning streak, 20-6 overall for women's basketball. We're about to get started underway here for the initial tip-off. Besides the sophomores, a little bit of added as we're underway. Mustangs get the opening possession. Here's Bree Jefferson. Up inside, put the pass inside to Hilary de los Santos, lace it up and in, and the Mustangs strike first blood in this contest, and they go up 2-0. So there's an added layer to this, besides it being sophomore day. Two teams that play each other. Here's a shot from 3. Oh, and that sunk with nothing but net by, I was just about to talk to her, number 10, Ariel Walker, who used to play for the Mustangs and transferred out after last year. So Mustangs facing a former teammate here on their sophomore day. And Santos to Jefferson. Jefferson, mid-range, jumper. No good. Fight for the rebound. And it's going to go out of bounds in favor of Essex. Well, also, as this game goes along, we will highlight our different sophomores. But like I said, the final sophomore day for Monroe University before we transition next year to NCAA Division II. Shot from 3. Spins around the basket and just barely misses for number 4 of Tyler Washington, who I mentioned put 21 points against the Mustangs back in November. Fight for the layup. No, doesn't get that one to go. And for Sakunijan, it's a miss. Here comes the drive. Laid up. What a press for Mayona Boykin to get through the zone and put that up and in. 5-2 now. Essex leading over the Mustangs. Dos Santos drives. Mid-range. No good. And rebounded here. And Hilary de los Santos, if they're going to get Mustangs are going to pull something off today, they're going to be she's going to be a big part of it. Kicked out towards 3. Goes over the basket and off the top bottom of the shot clock for Boykin. For Hilary de los Santos, averaging a double-double this season, 13 points and nearly 12 rebounds per game. And she's been arguably the most impactful player for the Mustangs during the course of this season. Pass inside, Jefferson, jumper, no good. Rebound on second chance shot, no good. And taken away by Ariel Walker. And passed outside, now to Robinson from 3. Airballed and short. And the Mustangs will get the rebound. Still down by 3. 7:42 to go here in the first. Trying to go for a little fancy with it. Passes the front. Great recovery by Jefferson. Lace up in, and that was a beauty. Got to give credit where credit's due to Bree Jefferson. She's always real good in the clutch. Come through in some big moments this season as the Hail Mary over the shoulder layup is good for Azaria Whiting. Pass inside. Bill Santos, mid-range, jumper, good. And that brings it in with 1. And a timeout called by the Mustangs. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And looking at, as we're just talking about her, Bree Jefferson averaging 15 points per game this season for the sophomore. Nearly 47% from the field and having a lead ability. The 1-2 punch of her and De Los Santos has been one of the big highlights during the course of this season. On top of that, taking a look down through the list of players who've been impactful here, we also have number 10, Sydney Husky. We've mentioned her quite a bit during this season, between either myself or Mike McGinnis. Shout out to you, good buddy, if you're watching. And 10 points per game for Sydney Husky. Has great strength on rebounds and assists as well during the course of this season. And again, Anaya Stinnett has averaging 6 rebounds per game. Rebounding is a major part of the Mustangs' success. But Essex has been the one team in this division for JUCO who has been able to go pound for pound with them in rebounding, and it's been a big part of their own success. They're sitting at 21-2 overall this season, undefeated in conference play at 13-0. Trying to go on the inside, can't get through, and this goes out of bounds off of Whiting. She tried to argue with the ref that it wasn't off of her, but the ref was not having it. 7-6, 1 point game. Still plenty of basketball to play. 6:50 to go here in the first quarter as this gets knocked out of bounds again by Whiting. And also on a 13-game winning streak is Essex. They have not lost a game since December 6th. Since then, it's been red hot for them. And even then, that's only 2 losses they've had this year, which was against Miami-Dade College, as well as UCNJ. There's a air ball there on the 3-point attempt. Doesn't go through. Whiting passes outside to the arc. To Washington. Washington trying to weave her way through. The Mustangs defense really giving her hell here. And great recovery here from the tip for Bree Jefferson. And she sinks it with a mid-range jumper. And the Mustangs take the lead for the first time in this contest by 1. Drive through. Kicked outside. Robinson. Let's go for the layup. Can't get it. Fight for the rebound. And great recovery there for Sakunajin to hang on to it. Jefferson. Sakunajin from 3. Short. She'll rebound her own ball. Inside. De Los Santos. Trying to go out towards Jefferson from 3. Doesn't go. Scramble for the rebound. Oh, great recovery there for Hillary De Los Santos. Absolutely muscled out Ariel Walker, and she's a little slow to get up, and the refs will whistle this down. A little bit of a welcome back from her former teammate, making her feel that one. She got hit so hard that made her ancestors dizzy. And she will substitute out Mackenzie Nelson, number 12, will substitute in the freshman from Detroit, Michigan. She's probably going to get a taste of Michigan tomorrow if she's with how much snow is about to hit the Northeast coming up tomorrow with another blizzard coming up. And I think I speak for most of my cohorts here. We're a little tired of blizzards after having 3 of them already this winter. That's out to the corner. Good drive from the corner, can't get through, but drawing the foul is Washington. Despite missing a layup, she'll get to go to the free throw line. Looks like we have in now for the Mustangs will be number 12, besides Anaya Stinnett, who we talked about with the rebounds. Got some other sophomores we'll highlight who make up over half this roster. And the first free throw is no good. It is good. Let's see what she does here on the second. Stinnett will replace Sakunajin. And speaking of Adela Sakunajin, Cromwell, Connecticut, averages 5 rebounds per game. Real good for scoring on the inside, and that one goes up and is nice. 12-9 now. Mustangs lead. Hillary De Los Santos on 8 points already. Woman is red hot right now. And this gets knocked out of bounds by Angie Tirado, who has now come in. And Tirado, one of the 4 freshmen on this lineup. Boykin way outside for the inbounding and a foul. Sydney Husky got a little too greedy there. And that'll be a foul against Whiting. So another inbounding coming up here. Mustangs lead by 1 possession, 12-9. Inbounded. And right now, Essex trying to stop some of the momentum that the Mustangs have been having of late. Ball gets loose there. Recovered. And travel called against Mackenzie Nelson. Got boxed in by 3 different Mustangs and had trouble with it. Bree Jefferson grabbing the uniform of Anaya Stinnett to give her some direction on something. I'm curious what play they decide to go with here. And Husky gets fouled here. And you can see the look of exacerbation on Boykin's face. She kind of stood there in statue mode for a second. Couldn't believe that it was called. It's first foul for the Knights. Inbounded. Bree Jefferson. Right now the Mustangs looking to continue to roll some momentum. This gets away from Husky and recovered for the steal by Whiting. A lapse, pass outside. It's to Robinson. Another foul. Against Jefferson for a trip. So inbounding coming up here. That's the 3rd foul for the Mustangs. And subbing in here now will be Fabiana Pondujor. And Pondujor from Hollywood, Florida, one of the sophomores. Known for bringing some valuable depth, defensive energy, and team first play. Very much an in-your-face defender. This is lost out of bounds by Torado. She'll substitute out, and Skyla Kemp will now come in. Another one of the sophomores. Known for bringing some good versatility this season. Jefferson from 3, and she sinks it! Bree Jefferson, what a big 3, and that really is a dagger to Essex as they were trying to see if they could do what they did back in November and build up momentum early. Right now the Mustangs leading 15-9. Ball knocked out of bounds here from the defense. Essex inbounds it. Trying to set up and see if they can get another play here. That's outside, tipped out of bounds again by Skylar Kemp. Pass intended for Elisa Ortiz, the freshman from Newmarket, Maryland. Outside to Boykin. Boykin drives, kicked outside, and then back inside again by Nelson. Almost lost it out of bounds and actually was able to deflect it off of Whiting. So still a Knights possession, but they got 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Whiting substitutes out. Mackenzie Nelson comes back in. Inbounded. Boykin, 2 seconds on the shot clock, has to get a shot off. And there's a great tap out of bounds there. And it didn't hit the out of bounds until it got after the buzzer for Bree Jefferson. Fantastic defense played by the Mustangs on that salvo there. Here's Kemp. Trying to fight through the defense. Shot can't get through, but does get the tip check foul. And the Essex bench is beside themselves right now at that call. That'll be called against Mackenzie Nelson for her first foul. And now Skyla Kemp gets to go to the charity stripe and shoot 2. And that first free throw is good. Nothing but net for Kemp. And second one is good. 17-9, leading by 8 early on in this one. Let's see if they can keep it up long term. This is a very talented team and loss on the ball there. I think that's a foul. Yep. I think it's Bree Jefferson for her second foul. she'll substitute out. Sydney Husky will come back in after those 2 fouls. 4 fouls now total in this quarter for the Mustangs. They'll have to keep an eye on that and try not to get into too deep foul trouble. They are 1 away from the bonus. Inbounded, mid-range, jumper. Doesn't go through for Boykin, but a foul again. This time called against Kemp. Nope, excuse me, it's actually called against against Essex, the Knights. I believe that one was called against Isaiah Whiting. Nope, excuse me, Mackenzie Nelson for her second. Some substitutions here as Ramirez and Whiting come in. Nelson and Boykin substitute out. 17-9 for the offensive foul. Ooh, a little bit of an error on the pass there after the switcheroo going on in the corner that De Los Santos was setting up for. And it didn't quite get communicated the way she was wanting it to. So now the Knights resume here. From the corner for 3. It's going to go off the top of the backboard for Ortiz. Mustangs get the rebound. Here comes the drive from Kemp. Can't get to go through. The ball got knocked out of bounds there defensively off the Knights. Good great shot, under coverage, mid-range for Hillary De Los Santos, and she just kind of looks at the crowd like, who's going to stop me? Good showmanship. Up by 10 now, shot from 3, overshooting for Alyssa Ortiz. These two teams right now, and you can see the attempted steal gets, wait a minute, that worked because I thought that was going to be out off of Washington, but at the last second trying to recover it was number 3 of Ponjajor for Mustangs. So the Knights trying to really up the ante on the intensity to see if they can throw the Mustangs off balance. And it's rewarded them with getting a possession back right here. Washington at the arc. Pass to her left. Back and forth between her and Ramirez. Mustangs trying to find something to get through. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get a shot off here. Shot from 3. Misses. Let's go off the rim. And there will be a foul on the rebound. So 2 shots coming up here. With how physical these two teams like to play each other, I think this is going to look like the Knicks Pistons game the other day with how physical they're getting. Lots of fouls, lots of chirping at each other. So 2 shots coming up here for Ariel Walker. De Los Santos called for the foul. First free throw is good. Brings Essex into double digits. Let's see what she does here on the second. No good on it. Recovered. Stretch pass. Here's the drive. Stolen away as Kemp was trying to go for the shot. Here comes Washington. Passing around the outside. And jump ball forced by the Mustangs. So still be a Knights ball for Essex. Oberhand, Kaylin Lully, and Alex Stewart now substitute in. Shot from 3 is no good for Ramirez. And they will replace De Los Santos, Kemp, and Husky to let them get some rest. Sheridan Oberhand, one of our freshmen from Trumbull, Connecticut. Last game I got to call, we saw her put up 15 rebounds in a game. Oh, great fake out there by Washington, and she'll get rewarded for it. Momentum starting to swing back in favor of Essex. It's 19-12 now. But that'll stop the momentum. A beauty of a layup for number 12 of Anaya Stinnett, ladies and gentlemen. And the Mustangs bench goes absolutely berserk at that one. Psychological warfare being played by both benches here. Robinson. Outside. Gets to Washington. Washington at the point. Backs up. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Have to get a shot off and decide something. Throws it up for mid-range. No good. And that'll be a shot clock violation against Essex. And the Mustangs hang on. 14 seconds remaining in the quarter. Up 21-12. Excuse me, 21-12. Inbounded to Oberhand. Stretch pass inside. Curved up. And it's an and one for Anaya Stinnett, who is absolutely heating up right now. She gets a chance for a three-point play here. With 6.5 remaining in the quarter. And that's the first foul for Ariel Walker. And that one is good. Swish, swish for Anaya Stinnett. 24-12. 30 seconds on the clock. Mid-range jumper, no good. Airballed for Regan Robinson. And revenge is tasting sweet right now for the Mustangs. But it's early yet. They lead 24-12 here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here with second quarter action from Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel. Ben Smith here on the call with you. We're getting into the second quarter now. Mustangs leading over Essex, 24-12. Big storyline here. Sophomore day. A former teammate playing for the opposition who transferred out. And on top of that, doing some revenge after losing to them back earlier in the season. Great passing around. Here's a shot from the corner for three. Overshooting. Fight for the rebound, looking like a rugby scrum out there after the miss on the shot for Kaylin Lelly. And it went off the foot of Ramirez. So it'll still be a Mustangs ball. And the head coach right now for Essex, Ryan DeVoe, is absolutely losing his mind right now. Calling for the play here. Shot from three. It's short for Pondujor. Now here comes Essex. Essex trying to drive through. Fake out. Can't get the shot. What a box out by Sheridan Oberhand. Absolutely muscling out Whiting. Stretch pass. And it's good for Anaya Stinnett, who has been absolutely firing up since the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. 26-12. And there's a foul. And Alex Stewart will get called for that foul. These are two teams who have potential to run into each other in the playoffs. So there's definitely a sense of urgency between these two teams who could inevitably face each other in a couple weeks. Spin move. Here, get through. Oh, what a stuff on the inside there for the block by Sinet and the steal at the same time. For the 1-2 punch defensively. Shot from three. It's good. Nothing but net for Fabiana Pondujor. Put some sugar and spice and everything nice on that three. Intercepted for the steal by Stewart. Fast break here. Can't get the shot. Second chance shot. No good. Stewart rebounds. Third chance shot will be for the charm. 31-12. The Mustangs are absolutely rolling right now. And this place is coming unglued. Drive to the inside. Another block for Stinnett. Oh my goodness. Fast breaks to Pondujor. Gets the foul. Lord have mercy. Some absolutely top-notch basketball being played by the Mustangs right now. And this late in the season, it is the right time to be playing it. And it's a full timeout called. Much needed, I might add, by Essex. And needed by those of us here on the broadcast side. We'll take a short break and be right back here. Ben Smith on the call. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of women's basketball sophomore day here from the MAC. Ben Smith here on the call. Let's see what Pondujor does here from the free throw line. First shot is no good. Let's see what she does here on the second. And what has been an absolutely astounding run. 31-12 right now. They've blanketed the Knights so far here in the second. A team that beat them by 22 back in November. Revenge is on the mind to the Mustangs here. Almost stolen away by Jefferson. The pass to Regan Robinson. Short on the shot. De Los Santos gets the rebound. Here's Jefferson. Outside to Oberhand. Oh, and she gets it taken away from her in the double team. Here comes Washington. Goes in, no, and she won't get the shot, but she will draw the foul from Pondujor and get to go to the charity stripe. So 2 fouls for the Mustangs here in the second. 1 for Essex. Still 7:52 to go until the half. And spins around the rim and no good as it bounces out for Tyler Washington on that free throw. Let's see what she does here on the second. And she'll get that one as she splits from the free throw line. And a substitution as well for Essex. Miona Boykin comes in to replace Washington and give her some reprieve. 32-13. Almost lost on the handle there for Pondijor. Oberhand trying to get inside to De Los Santos, and jump ball forced on the inside with absolute physicality being played by the 6'2" forward of Michaela Sally, and she was able to force the turnover with that jump ball. Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. Press being played, trying to double team there in the corner for the Mustangs. Drive the lane, trying to get through, no good for Whiting. Rebounded though, they kick outside. Drive, no good. And a foul offensively for a shove during the scrum for the ball and the rebound there. And that'll be called against Michaela Sally. And head coach Ryan DeVoe is irate about that call. And with how just discombobulated his team seems in this first half right now against an absolute stout Mustangs fake out. Firm the three. Oh, doesn't go through. That would have been amazing if that had gone in for Pondijor. It's a rugby scrum for the ball, and they recover it. Lely trying to go towards the corner. Gets intercepted, trying to find Pondijor. Boykin has it. Lace it up herself on the fast break. 32-15. These teams are playing very fast and loose with each other. Here comes Jefferson. Short. She had room and time, but still fell short on the close range layup from three to the corner. No good for Ramirez. Rebounded though by Boykin. Boykin passing on the outside. Essex trying to find something, anything. Trying to get some momentum. Mid-range for Sally, no good. Bit of a collision in the back. As Whiting and Oberhand fall on top of each other. There's some discussion going on about it, whether there was a foul or not. And Oberhand threw her hands up like, what the heck is going on? And it looks like they are going to call a foul. No, they're going to call the foul against Oberhand. So it's a foul against the Mustangs. And also substituting out is Kaylin Lully. Sydney Husky and Angie Tirado will come in. They won't call for a turnover on it because it happened when the ball was already in the move, and it was happening when they were both in the backcourt. Jefferson goes for the layup here. Miss on it. And it goes out of bounds. Called off of Essex. They said it was off of Boykin. So an inbounding coming up here for the Mustangs. 8-3 differential in this quarter. Jefferson gets it in quickly. De Los Santos doesn't get through. Tirado falling over, tries to go for another shot, can't get it to go through. Boykin intercepts, trying to get through. Pass outside towards Robinson. Robinson, outside from three. No good. De Los Santos able to get the rebound and gets it down to Jefferson. Jefferson kicked outside. Tirado from three. No good. Easily will be rebounded by Robinson. So the scoring is kind of slowed down a little bit, but we're still getting physical, and there's another foul right as I say that. Boy, you want to talk about a commentator's comment aging like fine wine. That Sydney Husky gets her call for her second. 4 fouls in this quarter for the Mustangs. Got to be careful. And Paviana Pondijor comes out. And the red-hot Anaya Stinnett comes in, who has been was on a run at the end of the first quarter there, and a big part of this turn. And Tirado picks this up. This is Hilary Dos Santos couldn't quite hold on to it herself. Pass inside. Back up from three for Tirado. Just barely misses. Hilary trying to go up. And this time Stinnett gets it. And the head coach, Mike Senni, is absolutely irate with Hillary Dos Santos right now for the way she was playing. And we got a player down right here who's going to take a look at by when you get the training staff out there. I believe that's Michaela Sally. We'll take a pause here on the broadcast for this, for the injury, and we'll be back here in a bit here on Mustangs TV channel. I'm Ben Smith. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage. And Michaela Sally was able to get off under her own power there, and a foul. She's being attended to by our trainers. And that'll be the 5th foul for the Mustangs, and that puts no bonus in play yet, but that allows Ariel Walker to go to the free throw line on the foul from Torado. Nothing but net on that first free throw. As Essex trying to claw their way out of this deficit. They're down to 18. And second one is good. 17-34. Press being played here by the Mustangs, trying to prevent a mistake. As Jefferson gets tangled up there a bit. Torado from 3, and it's good! That'll stop any momentum they're trying to build. An absolute dagger through the heart from Angie Torado, and back up by 20 now for the Mustangs. Ramirez. Kick out to the outside, can't find the lane to drive the middle. Being played hard by Husky. Now by Stinnett. Fighting for space. Loss on the ball here. Goes off the foot of Husky, and she gets tangled up a bit with Boykin. Ball went off the foot. That was a dramatic turn. And I believe that's because of that ball off the foot. Yep, it's going to give it back to Essex for a second chance here. Sydney Husky tried to play a little kickball with it, even though there was only 1 second on the shot clock. There was no reason to do that. They were not going to have time to get a shot off. So now they have a new lease on life with this possession. Washington to Walker. Back up front towards Ramirez. Laid up. No. And Stinnett gets the rebound. Here comes Jefferson driving. Jefferson. Miss on the layup, but does draw the foul. And that foul will be credited to Tyler Washington. And that signature pitcher's stance that Bree Jefferson likes to take from the free throw line, where she stands perpendicular. First one is no good. And she spins it around herself. And second one is good. Puts a little flavor onto that, onto her free throw stance there. And now it's Washington for the next play, and loses the handle on it, trying to passing it to Boykin, and Boykin couldn't really recover it. And so that's a missed opportunity, getting the ball back. And the Mustangs now, with 3.5 minutes to go until the half, get him another opportunity here to continue to run up the tally. Jefferson at the point, gets a pick from De Los Santos. Out to Tirado. Tirado, jumper, out towards three. It's good! Another big three, this time by Sydney Husky.
It wasn't charging before, but it was on hold, but it's fine. Thank you.
Great, that was a fantastic play. Mustangs are just continuing to use and abuse the Essex here from both sides of the ball. Tirado from three at the corner. Doesn't get through. Boykin was able to get that jumper for six, he's now at 6 points earlier. But still, the 20-point gap continuing to be maintained by the Mustangs. Outscoring Essex 17-7 here in the second, after already outscoring them 24-12 in the first quarter. 2:44 to go until we hit the half. Tirado gets out for to get some rest. And Fabiana Pondajor comes in. Boykin trying to get through, gets absolutely stuffed by Anaya Stinnett again. Ladies and gentlemen, Anaya Stinnett, this woman cannot be stopped today. She's making buckets. She's getting blocks and steals. What else can she do? Inbounded. And Husky trying to go for the steal, and it'll just be a jump ball. Inbounded. Mustangs set up for their next salvo. Under 2.5 minutes to go in the half. Trying to keep the momentum rolling. From three. Nothing to show for that as it's airballed to the left. And out of bounds for Fabiana Pondajor. There's Tyler Washington. Pass to Ariel Walker. And over towards Elisa Ortiz. Now getting it over towards Whiting. Inside. Kicked out. Intercepted for the steal by Pondajor. And she draws the foul. And they'll call that against Miona Boykin, the sophomore guard from Baltimore. Her second foul. Both teams now sit at 5 fouls apiece in this one. And now Fabiana Pondajor now goes to the free throw line, just shy of under 2 minutes to go here in this first half. And good on the first free throw. And second free throw is nothing but net and good, 43-19. Essex trying to fight back, trying to make something happen. Double team on the pressure here. Had to get rid of it quickly to Whiting. Washington had a lot of pressure on her. Trying to weave her way through the defense. Back door, and good as this gets put away by Ariel Walker. Still down by 22. Mustangs looking to add on to their lead. Shot taken. Fight for the rebound. De Los Santos on the second chance. No good. Gets the rebound again. Third chance. Out towards three. Good for Bree Jefferson. And she's loving that one. Sweet mother of God. We have 3 members of the Mustangs into double digits already. De Los Santos and Jefferson with 11. And intercept on the pass here by Jefferson. It's an Oklahoma land rush down the court. Jumper. Rolls in. Good. Jefferson is heating up. 13 points for her now. Tying with De Los Santos, and Anaya Stinnett sits at 10. All in double digits. Laid up, and it's an and one. And good for Azaria Whiting. She has 4 points now. Whiting gets the extra point on the free throw. Mustangs, 40 seconds remaining here in the half. Trying to send this into the halftime on the exclamation point. Jumper, no good for De Los Santos. About one more chance coming up here for Essex, trying to stop the bleeding. Spin move, shot, no good for Whiting, and completely abdicate on the rebound. 18 seconds remaining until halftime here. Mustangs with the ball. Jefferson calls for the play. Gets it over to Sydney Husky. 7 seconds. Kicked out, Jefferson. Jefferson trying to find the lane, has 2 seconds to work with, and loses the ball out of bounds. So 2.1 on the clock, and the Essex Knights will get one more chance here after all. Inbounded here to Washington from half court, no good, and that is out of bounds on the missed shot. What an astounding first half, with equaling what their achievement from the first half. It is now 48-24, leading by 24 for the Mustangs over Essex. We'll take a break here for halftime. We'll be back with first half stats and second half action from Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith. We'll be back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of women's basketball action sophomore day. From the MAC, Ben Smith here on the call with you. Well, as the situation stands right now, Mustangs leading 48-28 in an astounding 180 from their matchup against Essex back in November at their home turf. Mustangs have learned a lot, and they are red hot right now. Especially none other, as I look at the tally here, as this gets sent out of bounds. As you look down the stats here, Hilary De Los Santos already with a double-double at 10 points and 11 rebounds. She also has 1 assist to her credit as well. And then Anaya Stinnett, who we've been talking about, says 9 points on here, 10 points on my end, so there's a discrepancy here. 4 rebounds, 3 blocks. And that layup for Whiting is good. Oh, and a big steal here for Regan Robinson. Trying to go for the layup, can't get it to go. And knocked out of bounds by Angie Tirado on the rebound attempt. Inbounded. Getting it to Robinson. And out of Whiting. Whiting drives. Jumps out. With a pass outside to Washington. They go for the layup. Can't get it. But that one. Pass around to Ariel Walker, and she gets it. So 2 quick baskets to start things off for Essex here in the second half as they try to close the gap. They're still down 20. From 3. Short for Sakunajin. Here comes the response. Boykin out towards Whiting. Whiting can't get through on the drive, goes to Washington. And that one spins out and misses. There it's an Oklahoma land rush down the court, 2-on-1. And stuffed as Bree Jefferson drives the inside and gets stopped there by Whiting. So an opportunity to inbound, and now the 2 coaches are chirping at each other. Mike Senni and Ryan DeVoe, I think, are on pins and needles right now with their emotions. Boykin goes for the layup here on the fast break, can't get it to go. Second chance shot, also no good for Washington. And the Mustangs survive that affair. Jefferson drives, mid-range jumper, short. People having a little cold shooting coming out of the break here. This shot also misses. De Los Santos outside from 3. And it's good for Angie Tirado! And a timeout called for 30 seconds by the Mustangs. Well, immediately that basically negates any advantage that was gained to start off there for some momentum from Essex. Mustangs continue to hold on to their lead here, 51-28. Taking a look at some more stats here to see what sticks out. As I look at the split score. As looking at the way things are right now, 6 threes, 33% for the Mustangs. Only 1 3 so far for Essex. Overall field goal percentage, only 26% for Essex. 10 for 38. They are very cold on shooting. 19 for 48, 39% for the Mustangs. Much, much better. 11 personal fouls to 9 differential. And for a layup here, doesn't go through. Oh, and stepping up back with the heel was Stinnett, as she was going for the rebound. Steps back just a little bit and got called for that. Inbounded. Boykin. And now over to Washington. Oh, Washington trying to weave her way through, trying to get by Sydney Husky. Lays this up with the sky hook and does get it. Bit of a press being played here. Mustangs get it down the court. Coach Mike Senni calling for a play here. Wanting for a pick from Stinnett. Need some space. Out. Towards Tirado. Inside. Kicked out. And now to Sydney Husky. There's for a layup for 4 seconds on the shot clock. Nobody's made one yet. Jefferson throws this up on a Hail Mary. Doesn't get it, but they avoid the shot clock violation. Rebounded by Essex. Here comes the drive from Boykin. She doesn't get, then she'll draw the foul. And so Miona Boykin gets to shoot 2 after the foul from Anaya Stinnett. Sakunajin and Tirado will substitute out. In comes Skyla Kemp and Alex Stewart. First free throw is good. Let's see what Boykin does here on the second. Second one is good as well. 51-32. Gap is 19. The Mustangs trying to see if they can continue to add to their momentum. They're being outscored in the third here, 8-3 by Essex. Let's see if that continues to be a factor. Shot from 3, that's going to go wide for Alex Stewart. Rebounds the shot, though. Kicked outside towards Jefferson. Jefferson finds the space, weaving through the defense. Can't finish the shot. She's going to want that one back. You can hear the groans from the crowd. And that goes up, foul drawn by Errol Walker. Does not get the basket. And you can see Bree Jefferson took missing that shot very personally. She's trying to wave it up. She's trying to shake it off. Sydney Husky gets her third foul. First free throw is good for Ariel Walker, the former Mustang. And the second free throw is good as well. 10-3 run here by Essex to start off this third quarter. Still 6:08 to go in the quarter. Sydney Husky weaving, trying to fight her way through, can't finish the shot. Rebounded though. And Stinnett does not get the shot, but just barely misses as it rolls along the rim, but she does draw the foul. And she'll get a chance to go to the free throw line and add on to an already impressive day. First free throw is a miss. And one observation I will make is the pace of play is much slower versus the first half, where it looked like we were running a track meet out there sometimes. And I know assistant coach for the track team, Jimmy Asensio, who I knew for years in Manhattanville, would appreciate that. But it's been more physical. Good interception here, though, by Alex Stewart. As Jefferson's an option, goes for it herself, can't get it. Stinnett, second shot, gets the and one again. Anaya Stinnett continuing to have herself a day. And that for extra point on the free throw is good. 3-point play for Anaya Stinnett. She will not be denied. Fast break shot, can't get through. Stuffed by Jefferson, stop Ariel Walker. Here comes Regan Robinson. Good steal there by Husky, gets to Bree Jefferson. She has options, throws it up herself, can't get it. Big scramble for the rebound, and a foul. Azariah Whiting getting called for another one during the course of that for that rebound. Oh, excuse me. They call it, well, it was called here. Yeah, definitely on Azalea Walker. My stats say Skyla Kemp, but I know that's not true. And she'll substitute out, and Nelson comes in. That's Whiting's third foul. She's got to be careful. 2 away from fouling out. Jefferson from 3, and she sinks it. 57-34, oh my goodness. And the advantage is gone. A 9-0 run by the Mustangs. And this one stops the bleeding from Tyler Washington. 57-36. Gap is back at 21. Jefferson going for the pick from 3. Gets it again! Bree Jefferson is absolutely on fire right now. 19 points for her. Fast break, goes up. No one really played any defense there, and that gets laid up pretty easily by Mackenzie Nelson. Pick set again by Stinnett. Jefferson again from 3. Another one! Are you kidding me? She's going absolutely Super Saiyan right now, and this place is coming unglued. Here's Nelson, going for it again, overshoots. Walker, second chance shot, can't get it to go. Gets it to Husky. Husky driving through, can't get it, but does get the foul. Just when you think they can't surprise you anymore, the Mustangs go and do that. 22 points now in this contest already for Bree Jefferson. An absolutely lights-out play. And timeout called, full timeout called by Essex. They're discombobulated and down by quite a bit, 25 points, and they need to retool. We'll take a break here and be right back on the Mustangs YouTube channel with more coverage. I'm Ben Smith. Don't go anywhere. Oh, without a doubt. It's not supposed to stop snowing yet. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of Sophomore Day for women's basketball. First free throw is a miss for Ariel Walker. Miana Boykin got called for that foul. That's her 4th, so she's in danger of fouling out. Let's see how both these teams decide to retool from this foul. From the timeout. And Ariel Walker makes the second free throw, and then she'll substitute out. Hillary Dos Santos comes in, replaces Anaya Stinnett, who has been having a lights-out game herself. Bree Jefferson still out there. And Fabiana Pondajor comes in. And a travel call against number 21 of Nadia Simpson. And things are becoming discombobulated. A team that has looked invincible throughout this year, throughout the country, the 20-2 Essex, is suddenly looking very, very mortal right now. Kicked out from 3 for Stewart. Overshoots. Fight for it. Rebound goes in Washington's favor. Going to fight through herself and lays that up. 64-40. Press being played to Jefferson. They're basically double teaming her now. And that mid-range, though, is good for Hilary De Los Santos. It don't matter. You can get it to Jefferson, block her. You get it to De Los Santos or to Sinet. You got options, folks. And knocked out of bounds here by Nelson. Or excuse me, not by Nelson, by number 11 of Skyla Kemp. And so still a Essex ball here. Turn, mid-range, no good. Rebounded. Ramirez doesn't go through either. De Los Santos gets the rebound. Bounding down the court. Back door, wide open to Alex Stewart. Trying to go for a fast break here. Desperation plays being played by Essex. Oh, De Los Santos with a big block over Ramirez. And we got some chirping going on here. And you can tell from the reactions there, teammates getting all around Hilary De Los Santos, and they love that one. She got actually they overturned and they're going to call a foul on it. They're calling a technical on it. And now it's going to be so it's a technical foul. So free shots, free shot there for Tyler Washington. And Hilary De Los Santos doesn't know why she's being called for the technical on that. And second one is a miss. But a lot of the, but I will say, there's a lot of chirping, mouthing off going on between these two teams here. Because they know what's on the line, and they know they could very well meet each other again in the playoffs. And probably will. Tyler Washington, pass out into the middle. Doesn't go through for Nelson. Rebounded by Pondashore. To the corner. Stewart. Back to Pondashore. Jefferson from 3. Doesn't do it again. Can't get lucky that many times. Spins out in a foul. I stand corrected. They can get that lucky. Nadia Simpson gets called for the foul there. And that just gives it right back. 5 fouls in this quarter for Essex, 3 for the Mustangs. Stewart goes to the free throw line. No good on the first free throw. No good on either free throw. Rebounded though by De Los Santos. Out to Jefferson from 3. No good. And the fight for the rebound is ended as that goes to number 25 of Michaela Sally. Washington tries to go for the layup and draws, can't get it, but draws the foul. A slew of substitutions here for the Mustangs. And it's Kaylin Lully comes in along with Sheridan Oberhand. They'll replace Alex Stewart and Skyla Kemp. Let's see what Washington does here from the line. First free throw is good. As is the second. Still 68-43 lead for the Mustangs. Oberhand getting double teamed here. Gets it to De Los Santos, who shoots from 3. Oh my goodness! It don't matter if it's close range, far range. Here's a 3 for Hilary De Los Santos, up to 17 points for her. And a steal by Oberhand. Here comes Jefferson. The Mustangs rolling. Have crossed the 70 threshold. Again from De Los Santos from 3. Short. Rebounded by Lely. Kicked out to Jefferson. Back at the point. And things slow down. Coach Senni calls for a play. Inside. Oberhand. Oberhand turns. Mid-range. Shot. Good. Up by 30 now for the Mustangs. With just over a minute to go here in the third. Shot from 3 is good at the point, wide open for Aaliyah Rodriguez. Shot from 3, and the response 3 is good from Kaylin Lilly. They're just trading back and forth right now. Still up by 30 for the Mustangs. 38 seconds remaining here in this quarter. Washington kicked out. Goes out to the point. Rodriguez from 3. Short, wide. De Los Santos gets the rebound. Jefferson almost loses the handle on it, recovers it. No shot clock to worry about here. 15 seconds. Running down the clock here. Oberhand spins out. Oh, breaking ankles out here. Doesn't get the basket, but absolutely just I think I'm going to be blunt about it. Just absolutely embarrassed. Number 13 of Aaliyah Rodriguez breaking ankles out here to end the third. We didn't get a bad dramatic basket, but we had some dramatic out-juking that went on out here. 76-46, up by 30 for the Mustangs. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of Sophomore Day for women's basketball at the MAC. Ben Smith here on the call with you. Well, you couldn't have. I was expecting this to be a very close contest. Essex had previously blown out Mustangs in November by 22. Well, you want to talk about a complete 180. We got that here and then some. The Mustangs are leading by 30 going into the fourth. And laid up there, and one for Hillary De Los Santos. And Nadia Simpson called for that foul. 78-46, good God almighty. I mean, for Essex, for looking from their perspective, they put up 22 points in the third. That was their best quarter yet. But Monroe had their best quarter as well, putting up 28. Negating any advantage and gaining it some. And that free throw is good. De Los Santos now at 18 points. Press being played. Intercepted here by De Los Santos. Bounding down the court. Back door, behind the back pass. Getting real fancy with it. And that goes up and in for Kaylin Lilly. Pressure being applied to Washington. Has to get rid of it quickly towards Simpson. Jumper, no good. Stolen and lost out of bounds as Bree Jefferson kind of loses the footing trying to fight for the rebound. Inbounded towards Tyler Washington. Jumper, short. Give a couple more baskets and we'd be able to say we're on the threshold of the Mustangs having this in hand. Shot doesn't go through for Jefferson. Rebounded by Tyler Washington. Washington reverses. Kicks it out to Rodriguez and she'll get called for the travel. Back underway. And the Mustangs now trying to see if they can add on to their tally. Fighting through, scramble for the ball in the middle. And grab for the steal by Rodriguez. Lose their footing, but she got the pass off towards Ortiz. And now here comes Simpson. Oh, miss on the handle there. It's going to be a steal away from Nelson. Picked up by Jefferson. Here's Sheridan Oberhand. Spin move. Can't get the layup. Fight for the ball still. And they're called that one against Hillary Dale Santos during the box out. Dale Santos has 16 rebounds in this game, in addition to her 18 points. She's got 4 assists. Depending on how they play out with this time here, maybe she can get a couple more assists and try and set up for a triple-double. That'd be a heck of a statement on sophomore day, especially against a team like this. Whiting tries to fight, muscle her way through, can't get in, and the shot misses. Rebounded by De Los Santos. Pass inside, doesn't go through for Famiad Pondajor, but she does get the foul. And nothing but net on that first free throw for Pondajor. Looks like we got some photos being taken on the football side of things. A lot of men's basketball warming up. Get ready. Oh, what an interception there by Oberhand. Stretch pass to Jefferson, all by herself, and she'll lay that up and in. 24 points now for Bree Jefferson, having herself a day. Kicked out. Whiting gets the layup. Pass the corner from 3. Spins out. And that'll be called out off of Ariel Walker, as Hillary Dale Santos was trying to go for the rebound. This on the 3 for Kaylin Lully. Oberhand. Inbounds it to De Los Santos. Oh, it doesn't go in. I thought she was about to get another and one there for a minute. But she does draw the foul. And that'll be Ariel Walker's second foul. First free throw, no good for De Los Santos. Second one is good. 86-48. Almost up by 40. Barring the apocalypse with 7:23 to go. Oh, and there's a foul. They're going to call it towards Bree Jefferson, but she absorbed a shoulder to the face real hard there from Azarea Whiting. So an inbounding coming up here. (10-2). The Mustangs have outscored Essex in the 4th to start things off. Just absolutely rolling the momentum right now. And that jumper is going to be good from mid-range for Whiting. Jefferson towards Pondajor. Inside, knocked out of bounds. Off of Whiting, so an inbounding opportunity coming up here. Oberhand sitting at 5 assists now. What's her at the most in this game? Pass way outside to inbound it to Bree Jefferson at the point. Spin move. Tries to go for a mid-range jumper. And jump ball forced. And they call it turned over. Back to Essex. It's a third turnover for Jefferson. Otherwise, her gameplay has been absolutely stout today. 24 points. 5 threes. Bounded here. Stolen away. 86-50 from 3. Spins, misses for Pondajor. Gets rebounded again by Whiting. Well, they got that defensive rebound. Great block there for the defense for number 20 of Kaylin Lely, but then stolen back away by Rodriguez. Rodriguez going for the layup, can't get to go. Lely gets the rebound. Gets rid of it quickly towards Pondajor. Bree Jefferson scooting back. Should probably keep away from Nadia Simpson. Now Prestigidio with the pressure for Rodriguez. Able to slow things down here and take time. We got some substitutes getting ready to come in. From 3. Doesn't go in for Pondajor. Second chance shot. Doesn't go in as well for De Los Santos. About to have a whole line change coming in for the Mustangs. And this 3 is good for Aaliyah Ortiz. And timeout called. 86-53. And it's a full timeout called by Essex. We'll take a break here on the broadcast, and we'll be right back here in a little bit with the final 5.5 minutes of action from the MAC. I'm Ben Smith. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of Sophomore Day for women's basketball here from the MAC. So we had a wholesale set of substitutions there. Skyla Kemp, Angie Tirado, Sydney Husky, and Anaya Stinnett come in, and they replace Hillary De Los Santos, Lely, Bree Jefferson, and Sheridan Oberhand. So let's see what happens here with a fresh line coming in with players who have made some big scores here in this one. Shot from 3. Short on that one for Skyla Kemp. And fast break gets blocked. Great hustle back to prevent Aaliyah Rodriguez from laying that up and in. 33-point lead right now for the Mustangs. In an absolute statement towards a team that's been one of the few teams to beat them this season. As they say in sports and in life, revenge does taste sweet. And now let's see if they can they'll close this up. Fabiana Pondajor outside towards Sydney Husky, miss on the 3. Outside. Here comes Aaliyah Rodriguez. And she'll get fouled there by Fabiana Pondajor. And that'll be Pondajor's 4th foul. Puts her along with Boykin as both one away until fouling out. Ariel Walker kicked out. Leah Ortiz. Oh, and gets absolutely stuffed on that by Stinnett. She seemed a little shell-shocked as she got up. As I like to say, I think that made her ancestors dizzy too. Inbounded. Ramirez. Oh, that fakes out. Husky there, but does nothing to show for it. Miss on the shot. Here comes Husky working her way through. Almost gets tripped up, holds on to it. Mid-range jumper, and good for Sydney Husky. That'll put her at 6. $88 to 53 right now as things stand. There's a drive inside, doesn't go through. But there is a foul. And that will be fouling out, for 5th foul for Fabiana Poindejeur, and she will foul out of this contest. She is done for the day. 2 shots coming up here for Kendrali Ramirez. And now substituting in for the first time in this contest, one of our sophomores, Astu Diongu. From Harlem, New York. First free throw, no good. For Astu Diongu. Diongu? Yeah, Diongu. Averages over 5 rebounds per game. And so she's very good on the inside. Has a good box out there. Can't get that rebound. It's picked up by Rodriguez. So second chance here for the Essex. They don't have anything to show for it there on that shot. And it's picked up by Skylar Kemp to Diongu. Back pass. Trying to get too fancy with it. It gets away a bit from Stinnett, but recovered by Kemp. Husky, mid-range, no good. But Stinnett will come up with it for the second chance shot. And a beauty of a basket there. Puts her 14 points. 90 to 53. Absolutely dominant performance for the Mustangs today here at the MAC. 3:16 to go. Outside from 3, wide. Oh, and they miss on the rebound for Husky. Mental error there, and so that's put away by Ariel Walker. Stretch pass to Husky. Here she comes. Outside and lost out of bounds. Too high on the pass from Husky to Kemp. And Coach Senny says to Husky to relax. You're up by 35 at this point. So, yeah, you can afford to relax at this point with under 3 minutes to go. And then timeout called. And it'll be a 30-second timeout. So let's see what these teams decide to plan here for the final 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So to give you a sense of how much of an inverse this is, I mentioned it during the pregame. Let's go back to it and take a look on the schedule. They beat Monroe 94 to 76 back on November 6th. So they won by 18. So not only do the Mustangs reverse that and are about to get a win here, they're up by 35. Bigger gap than they lost to Essex by back in November. This gives you a sense of just how much this team, how far this team has come since that point. And at that time, Essex was ranked number 4 in the country for Division 2 in JUCO. Well, they're not going to be holding that rank after this. Got to put some respect on the name of the Monroe Mustangs. Comes a drive, floated up and in for Elisa Ortiz, excuse me. 90 to 57. Sydney Husky backs out. Kicked out from 3. Doesn't go in for Dunja Militech from Serbia. Another one of our sophomores who comes in. Ramirez missed on this one. Rebounded by Husky. For Militech, for her part, has contributed a lot of valuable minutes and is a very versatile player, giving the team a lot of international flavor. And we got a player down for an injury after that basket there on the back end by Kendrali Ramirez, and we got a player down. We're going to have to get the trainers out here. We'll take a break for this, and we'll be right back here on Mustangs YouTube channel. I'm Ben Smith. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mustangs YouTube channel's coverage of Sophomore Day here from the MAC for women's basketball. Number 13, Aaliyah Rodriguez, went down for an injury for Essex. She has been assisted off, and she's going to be seen by our trainers right now. And that's all I can speak to on that, as we're back underway now. Here's a shot from 3, and that one is good for Skyla Kemp. Nothing but net on that one. 93 points. Mustangs trying to see how close they can get to 100 in this one, as this one goes wide for Elisa Ortiz. And deflects out of bounds as well. .125 to go. From 3 for Militech. Doesn't go through. Easily rebounded in the middle by Simpson. Fast break. And that'll be put up easily by Ariel Walker. The former Mustang making some big moves there. Weaving through. Back door. Yongu is open. Goes for the shot. Gap closes up, and that'll be knocked out of bounds. Couldn't quite hold on to it, and she says, that's on me. She's going to substitute out. And now coming in will be the local favorite from New Rochelle of Ashley Cumberbatch, the freshman. At 5'10". .43 seconds to go. Essex trying to see if they can end us on a high note. Walker from 3. Short. Rebounded by number 10 of Sydney Husky. Oh, almost loses it. Held on to by Militech. Over to the corner. Cumberbatch from 3. Airballs it. And this will be rebounded by Walker. 22 seconds to go here as we come down towards the end of this. They're just trying to go on a high note here from the points deficit. And Coach Senni calls him slow down, and that will do it, as we will kill off the clock here. And the Mustangs will walk away from this with a big statement win against a team that beat them early in the season, a nationally ranked opponent at that, and beat them 93-61 for the Mustangs. And it's going to be a party today for women's basketball on Sophomore Day. Big win, big statement. As we take a look now at the schedule, and we will be back here on Tuesday with yours truly on the air at 5 p.m. when they take on Putnam Science to see if they can keep the momentum rolling. The Mustangs advance to 21-6 overall and are now on a 15-game winning streak. Essex, for their part, they drop down to 20.